G'day everyone, my name is Dave. So what is faith? Now I kind of thought I had this one figured out. You know, when I started following God, I just assumed faith was this intellectual decision that I'd made. I knew there was a God, so therefore I had faith. But it turns out the Hebrew word for faith is less about knowing, more about doing. Well, if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel where I like to do short 2-minute devotions that help you take the next practical step in your faith journey. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and that little bell icon so that you never miss an episode. Well, we've got a lot to talk about today and not a lot of time. So let's put 2 minutes up on the clock and get straight into it. So today, we're talking about faith, what it is and what it ain't. Now, the word for faith used throughout the Bible is the Hebrew word emunah, which is actually a verb that literally means to act with firmness. The idea is that to have faith is to firmly act. And interesting side note, that word emunah is also the root of the word amen, which means to firmly agree. Just a little bonus there. You're welcome. Now, Martin Luther King defined this idea of emunah when he said, faith is taking the first step even when you can't see the whole staircase. Man, I love that idea. You see, it's one thing to intellectually know the stairs go up to the next level, but it's not until you climb the stairs that you actually experience the next level. You can't just believe in the stairs. You can't just know that the stairs are there. You have to actually climb the stairs. And that's emunah. That's biblical faith, that what we do is more important than what we know. My friend Bob Goff sums up this Hebrew word when he says faith comes down to just 3 simple things. Love God, love others, do stuff. Let me give you one more example. When I was learning to play guitar, I studied a lot of music theory, which I hated. But if I'd never put that knowledge into practice by picking up an instrument, then I would never have become a guitarist, which means I probably wouldn't have met my wife or had our 3 kids. It was one thing to accumulate knowledge about music and my instrument, but it was another thing to act with firmness by putting that knowledge into practice. And that is emunah. That is faith. And that means the most faithful people aren't necessarily the ones with the theological degrees. The most faithful people are the ones who are actually living out God's will. You know, it's like my boss, Andy Stanley, always says, faith is measured by how much one loves, not how much one knows. He's a boss. And that's because the biblical definition of faith is not about information, it's about transformation. Now, could you imagine what the world would be like if Christians stopped trying to share their faith with words and with arguments and instead shared their faith by how well they love the people around them? Man, that would be awesome. Am I right? So I wonder, what Hebrew word would you like me to explain next time? I would love if you could comment down below with your answer. Hey, if this video was helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure you hit that little bell icon, and I will see you next time.